It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this very exciting, invigorating, robust lifestyle show. I want to thank each one of our listeners that have tuned in today to listen to our interview and the ones that will be listening on the recording. I am very grateful for each and every one of you. And I am just overly excited today to have with me my returning diva, Daphne McDonagh. And she is going to speak about inner working of how her distance sessions work for animals and people. Oh my, is this ever going to be an interesting interview? Daphne, could you please briefly introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Well, hello, my name is Daphne McDonagh. I guess I would say I'm a rehabilitation and wellness practitioner that helps people and animals find the sparkle in their eye again. And really, what more do people need right now? Just saying.
Boy,
right? The sparkle in their eye.
I agree 100%.
The sparkle in their eye again.
Yes, and I agree 100%, and I absolutely love that. I even wrote that down from looking at your site, sparkle in their eyes, because you can just see it. I mean, I see it in my animals' eyes when I look in them. I can read their eyes tell me so much. You can tell if the sparkle's there, or if they're having a day like some of us have some days, and we need to add a little bit of sparkle to their eyes. So I just love that. That is just incredible. Well, as we're going to talk about how the distance sessions work for the animals and people, one of the things I kind of saw was, how would you explain to our listeners in a distance session how you can help them or their animals release fear, hurt, anger? They all kind of coincide together. How can you explain to our listeners how this all works?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, it's through healing intent and intuition, my healing intent and intuition that I send. What I do is I start by using a picture of the person and or the animal and or both, right? Because I find a lot of time that our animals carry our stuff too. I mean, I've worked with many people. Actually, there was one lady who had her cat had really serious joint and arthritic pain, and she had joint and arthritic pain too. So, I mean, this is an in-person session that I did on her cat. I treated her cat twice, and then she was able to stand up from her couch without using her cane because I helped her cat. Yeah. But distantly, I mean, like I said, through using healing intent, I use pictures, I use sacred geometry tools, I use different crystals, and then I also use a scalar wave laser with different light frequencies to work with whatever the person and or animal is needing. Now, if you'd like me to go in and explain that, I can, but I don't want to overwhelm you with information either. I'd actually like to Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, I could give you an example. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I used to treat world agility dogs. And my friend here in Edmonton had a friend in Europe and had a dog that had surgery, and this dog wasn't recovering very well. And she asked me, she said, do you think you could help the dog in Europe? And I kind of shrugged my shoulders, and I said, well, I could try. It's not going to hurt anything. So I got a picture of this dog shortly after surgery, and I put the picture down, and I have what's called a neutralization ring that sits over top of the picture. And what the neutralization ring does is it detaches any hooks, cords, or energies that are attached to the person and or animal. And then I also have a rose quartz point. And I mean, I could tell you what the rose quartz point does. And the selenite, I use a selenite generator. I use a smoky quartz generator. And then I use a clear quartz laser wand crystal. And then on top of those crystals, I used an infrared probe, which heals bones, teeth, tendons, muscles, cartilage, and joints. So I treated this dog for a week every day. And I mean, when I do the distance sessions, they run about 2 to 3 hours, depending on what's needed. And after a week, this dog was running around like a puppy again.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that is incredible. So, that was my question. You just answered it with explaining that, because I was like, do you put the picture down and then put your tools and what you use if they were in person, and you put them on the picture basically then?
Yep, that's exactly what I do. And then I use my hands and I channel energies through, because I also use a triple pyramid, which sweeps through the body, mind, and spirit of the energetic and etheric field for whoever I'm working on. And then I, being the person that I am, being how I'm connected to Source, I channel out the negative and I channel in the positive energies.
Oh, wow. Wow. Now, you said like on that session you worked with him for about a week and 2 to 3 hour sessions. Are they sessions when you feel how you feel? Does your intuition kind of tell you how long you need to be working with this animal or this person?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, because I've been doing this for so long and because I've helped so many animals and people from around the world, I kind of have a system that I use now. Is I start with the 20 minutes of unwind frequencies, and what I do now is I use the infrared and I use a violet probe, because what the violet probe does is it works on the deeper emotional and auric field, because physical, I don't want to say diseases, but I mean, that's basically what it is. Anything that shows up in the body as a physical something or other is usually due to an emotional something or other, that, from whenever, right? So I use the violet light and I use the infrared light to get both the physical and the emotional. And so I unwind the people first, or I unwind whoever I'm working on first to get their body to relax, to unwind from the stress and dis-ease that they're facing. It's the frequency of the earth. And then their body can be open to receiving the healing it needs. So if they're dealing with more physical things, I usually do 20 minutes of what's called the pleo frequency. And that frequency is the one that detoxifies and puts all the cells back into their proper hexagonal formation. And then I usually do a relieve, because if they're in pain, I want the pain to go away too, right? Then I usually do like a rejuvenate frequency. Sometimes I do an activate, like to rejuvenate and activate. And then I do a miracle frequency, and I do it harmonics. So sometimes I throw energy in there. I mean, it all depends on what I'm working on, right?
Right.
So it all depends.
Wow. So are these, when you're talking about this, it's coming through your lights, or are you also using some of the stones when you're releasing, like you said, basically some of the emotional problems?
The crystals are always over the picture, always. And the different things I'm talking about are the different frequencies that are in my scalar wave laser, programmed into my scalar wave laser. And I have used the Royal Raymond Ray frequencies for specific issues. If somebody has a specific issue, I can program that frequency into the laser. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but Royal Raymond Rife was a man who was clearly ahead of his time. But he believed that if you met somebody if somebody had a condition, say cancer, whatever, or fibromyalgia,
just a condition,
or sinusitis, or whatever, if you met that condition with the same frequency of what it was, it would dissipate and go away. Because these lasers, they provide photons to the mitochondria of the body to erase cellular memory of injuries. So they provide light to the cells of your body so they can heal and regenerate.
Right.
That's
And when you're going at this, that's beautiful, because you're going to the cell level, and that's where you need to go. And I love how you said first you got to release the emotional part of it so you can get to the rest. And that makes so much sense, because, I mean, it's the emotions a lot of times that are holding us from moving forward into all kinds of possibilities that could be there for us.
Right.
Wow.
And the laser, I mean, the top 10, there's like top 10 laser cold laser benefits. They help with pain relief, improved nerve function, inflammation reduction, faster wound healing. It accelerates tissue repair and cell growth. It improves blood flow. It increases your metabolic activity. Reduces scar formation. It reduces formation of scar tissue. It enhances your immune function, and it's an acupuncture point stimulator, too. But I mean, that's the one thing I love most about this laser is how it enhances my immune system. I have never been healthier. I feel better today than I did 20 years ago.
Oh, that's just incredible. You're aging backwards, girl, with this cold laser therapy and your crystals.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
I totally am.
And that's why there's the sparkle in your eyes, and you want to put that sparkle into others' eyes, because you have experienced what that feeling is like.
Well, and you know what? That's just it. I mean, because of who I am, and I mean, I never mentioned this at the beginning of this call, and for people that don't know who I am, I mean, when I was 15, I was involved in a near-fatal car accident, and I came back from a massive closed-head brain injury. So, you know, I did the whole full life support and coma thing, and then I had to learn how to walk and talk and feed myself and dress myself. You know what I mean? I lived in pain for over 20 years. And so now that I have these tools that can help me live pain-free, of course I'm going to share them with the world. You know, and with what's going on in the world right now, and not being able to see people in person, I love that I can help people distantly.
Oh, so do I. That is just absolutely incredible, because any of our listeners that are listening, they're going, oh my, what it would, if I could only get to her, where all they have to do is basically give you a picture, send you a picture, and you can work through that.
And here's the thing too, the people that are listening to this call, I will offer them a 15% discount on any of the packages that I have, any of the laser packages that I have. They just got to tell me that they heard it on your show. But I mean, I would be willing to do that for them. They say, I heard your show on the Divas of Care Network, and I would love to experience a distance session. And it's Canadian prices. So, I mean, if there's somebody from the States listening, it's an even better deal for them.
I love it. That is just beautiful. I'm going through my mind. I have this little red healer that is just my world, as my pictures on my show and everything show him.
Yeah.
And he deals with hip issues. And I'm going,
do you deal with hip issues? Do you deal with hip issues?
I personally don't. I don't.
But
my husband does.
Is he
my
your
husband does
dog?
really bad. No, he's my dog. He's totally my dog.
Okay.
But
he does,
it could be the frequencies. Pardon?
No, go ahead.
Could it possibly be the frequencies and the vibrations and the energies coming through the house that, like you said, it transfers kind of from one to another, because they both have it. I mean, and when one is really hurting, the other is really hurting. It's very interesting. So listening to this really touches my heart, because I deal with a loved animal and a husband that's dealing with these kind of issues. So, oh my goodness, Daphne, this is incredible. I'm loving it.
And here's the thing. Like I said, if you wanted to get a package of distant sessions from me, I mean, I'd give you the 15% discount too, just because, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
So I guess I
wow.
should tell people where to find me, hey?
Yes, that would be great. And then we will definitely list it, too, on this podcast.
Okay, it's just Daphne'sHealingHands.com. So it's just DAPHNES and then healinghands.com. And I mean, there's services and go ahead.
Mm-hmm. It's so easy. I mean, it's your name and Healing Hands. It's exactly what you're doing. Well, it's easy to remember.
It's my name with an S. So it's Daphne's
with an S.
Healing Hands. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, kind of on to another question. I even saw that it can help heal relationship issues to help bring more love into your life. Wow. So when you do that, do you do something very similar to what you have just explained with help to heal the fear, the hurt, the anger, the trauma, and all of that? Is healing relationship issues a little bit the same, or is that another scenario?
Well, I mean, when we take care of ourselves and we heal ourselves and we love ourselves, that helps us love others too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When we
Very
take
true.
care, if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of others, and we can't love others.
Right.
But when we can learn to love ourselves and forgive ourselves, then we can build stronger relationships with other people.
Wow. So in a lot of ways, it's going back to healing the person if maybe they have struggled with issues that they haven't even brought out and realized themselves.
Yep.
And
it totally is.
Mm-hmm. You can help go inside themselves and find those issues and deal with them so they can become a better person to love themselves and then love others in return.
Yep.
Wow. This is just so incredible. I just love it. And how it can all be done distantly. And then another one was moving forward into new possibilities. That just falls right into line with everything we are talking about now, of how they will move forward. Goodness. What I just sharing maybe a brief experience of how you have seen this transpire in your work, how you have seen different, maybe even animals, people move forward into new possibilities once things have happened. Is there a little experience you would like to share with our listeners on that?
Oh my goodness, there's so many. Which one should I share? Well, there's people. It's cute because there's people that have come to me. It's actually very beautiful. People that have come to me for me to help their pets, but then I do what's called a joint session. So I work on both of them at the same time to get their frequencies at the same level so that they can work together. And then the person has then gone on to start, the person was very shy, very, very reluctant to do things, to go out to socialize, to try new things. And this one person and their dog was really the same, of course. Very, very timid, very, very, very skittish, very, oh my God. But after doing a round of distance sessions on them, the dog relaxed and was more friendly, and the person then started writing and going out and just socializing with people and just trying. It was amazing because they were such a recluse in their house and they didn't want to go out. They just started going out and meeting new people, and they would call me and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this week and this next week," and it was really very. You're chuckling because you're like, "That's awesome," but it was. There's been racehorses that I worked on that were really, really just off the wall crazy that settled down. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Dogs, aggressive dogs that I've worked on that aren't aggressive anymore. People, like I said, there's been people that, were totally recluse and then were able to step outside their comfort zone and get a job, like in the community, helping others.
Oh, wow.
Like there's just so many examples I could give.
And that was just beautiful example. All of them were, and I love at the end. I mean, this person that felt they were too shy or too withdrawn to get out, and then once they got out, and then I'm hearing they gave service to others. And what a great fulfilling in their heart to know they were healed, and then they could turn around and be of service to other people. And that's where the really puts a great sparkle back into your eyes also, when you know that you are giving to others.
Well, and I mean, I really feel that I help people see the magic within themselves.
Yes.
To use their talents and abilities to do what brings them joy. Mm-hmm. I love that I can help inspire people to do that, whatever it may be. You know,
right.
if it's going to make them happy to go volunteer to senior center to go help make blankets, then do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If that's what brings you joy, then go for it. I mean, it might not bring me joy, but, you know, it might bring you joy, so go for it.
Exactly. It's bringing back, like you said, the sparkle into their eyes, so they have gone inside themselves. They know what they really want to do, and you are giving them the tools and the ability to go out and do that again, where they thought they never could at one time.
Right. And I'm simply the conduit to channel the energies, and I have the tools to channel the energies, help them channel their energies if they're ready. I mean, if they're not ready, I'm not going to make anybody do anything. But if they want change in their lives, then yes, I am honored to walk with people on their journey.
Oh, that is beautiful. And you said a key word right there too. They have to be ready. The individual has to feel they are ready to move forward. Because if they're not, like you said, you can't channel the energies through them. And that's how it is, it seems like, with everything. They have to make that first decision that they want to make some changes in their life. And when that decision is made, then you are there to help them. And that is just beautiful.
Thank you.
So how many, I'm curious, how many years have you been sharing all of this with other people to bring back the sparkle into their eyes?
10.
10 years. Wow.
I've been doing this for a decade. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. You have got all kinds of stories to tell after 10 years.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. Yes, I do. But that's why if people want to go on my Facebook page, I have a Facebook business page called Daphne's Healing Hands, and I've got a whole bunch of different albums on those Facebook pages. And there's crystal laser, there's a whole bunch, there's different like cold laser pictures that I'm doing cold laser on people and different animals. Like there's a picture, I think there's even a picture of a bearded dragon in there. I mean, I treat everything. Oh, wow. I've treated horses, cats, dogs, bearded dragons, people, birds. I've even worked on a fish at a time or two, But they can look at the different pictures if they want. So.
Wow. Oh, that's great too. That gives them an opportunity to actually see some of the animal family and some of the people that you have actually worked on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the same as your website, Daphne's Healing Hands. I love that.
Yeah.
They're easy to remember.
It's the same, right? It's just easy that way.
That's
kind of long,
exactly
but,
right. Oh, that's okay. It's easy though. Have you been doing distance sessions then? Have they been going on for 10 years too, or have they been shorter than what you have been doing all this?
Well, I mean, the distance sessions, doing them wholeheartedly, I would say probably 5 to 6 years now.
Wow.
So
That's awesome, because you had years of experience first of kind of doing on hands, as I would call it, or in person, or like that.
Hands-on.
And then, and then the dog in Europe gave you the opportunity. To me, it all fits together, because that was just supposed to be to let you know that you could do it in distant virtual sessions as well as hands-on. So what a true experience.
Yeah, there was a dog once in Calgary that had the worst case of canine parvovirus that the vet clinic had ever seen. And the owners asked me if I could help it, and I said, well, I can try. And the dog is still alive. So, and the dog is fine.
That's incredible. Oh, I love that. I love that. And I love your attitude. Oh, I can try. That's
that's
beautiful.
all I can say, right? I mean, I'm not a doctor. You know, I'm not a miracle worker. But if you want me to try, I can try. Like, I will never, ever, ever claim to be able to fix anything, because it's not me doing it. It's right. You know what I mean? I'm just truly. The best way I could explain it is, you know how there's a toaster and you know how there's the plug-in in the wall? I'm that cord and the thing that you plug into the wall. I'm the plug-in.
That's a beautiful way. That's a beautiful way to describe it, Daphne. That gives the listeners you're the channeling that puts it all together, and you are trying to bring it all together to make it work, and that is beautiful. Oh, great way to describe it. How gorgeous.
Well, I mean, when people say, what do you do? I'm like, I chuckle because I'm like, I don't really do anything, but I do everything all at the same time. So it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, you have done an excellent, excellent job of explaining it today. You've put it very much into perspective where the listeners and myself can totally understand what you're doing, and I absolutely love it. That is just beautiful. And the time has flown by, because you've given us such great information. Is there a tip that you would like to leave with our listeners today?
Trust in yourself. Know that the answers are all within you. You don't need to seek to find the answers. The answers are all within you. You don't need to reach out. I mean, everything that you will ever need to know is within inside you. Oh. The beauty of the world, the beauty of life itself is all within you. Just take a deep breath and then blow it out. It's right there.
Oh, how beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful trip. It's just in yourself and go inside yourself and find that. And like you said, take that fresh breath of air and let it out and just trust in you. Oh, that was just a beautiful tip to leave with our listeners for everything. That just kind of brings it all together of everything you have talked about. Oh, how beautiful. I've loved every moment of it. And so I definitely want you to come back and share more and more information and more of how you are helping others and putting the sparkle back into their eyes and helping them to trust in themselves. I would love to have you do more interviews with me, Daphne.
I would be honored. I'm not sure what yes, okay.
Awesome. So listeners, you heard her. She agreed to it. So we will definitely have Daphne McDonagh back on.
You know what I would love, Joyce, is I would love the listeners to find out what they want to know. Do your listeners ever get back to you and about, what you're talking about with the people and stuff? I mean, would they get back to you and let you know what they want to hear from me? I mean, is that a thing?
That would be a beautiful idea. We need to post that on our social media and get some feedback on what they would like to hear. Daphne talk about in her next interview? That's a great idea. I love that. I love
Just
that.
a thought.
It's a beautiful thought.
For a long time. I could talk for a long time about a lot of things, but I want to know what they want to know.
What they want to hear? Well, that is a great idea. We will, you gave them your Facebook page, and mine is just, my name is Joyce Benning. So we will definitely put that out there to our listeners and have them give us some feedback on what they would like to hear. And we will do it.
Awesome.
Sounds great, Daphne. All right.
Excellent.
Well, thank you again so much. And you have an absolutely sparkling day today.
Thank you so much. And you have a magical weekend as well.
Oh, thank you, Daphne. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank all of our listeners for listening to this absolutely incredible interview with our amazing diva, Daphne McDonagh. And please share this show with all your family and friends. And be sure to check out all the hosts and their shows on divasthatcare.com. Remember, have a sparkling, fantastic day today. Be kind to all. Give your animals that great big extra hug they deserve, and share your love with them too. And until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles, stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.